Hello and welcome to our series of Target Prelims 2019. Coming to the first topic for today, this is again a very important government scheme, which is the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. Questions on the scheme is what you can expect even today. First and foremost, you need to know about the aim. The aim is to ensure access to cheap credit to poor and small business persons, thus ensuring self-employment. What is important here is that this scheme calls for or ensures collateral-free loans by banks, by national banking finance companies, as well as by the MFIs, that is the microfinance institution. So these are the three units through which these loans are what are going to be disbursed. Also, what is important is that the loan to small and micro business enterprises is what is given. So it includes only small and micro and not medium. That is the first thing that you need to note here. Next, what is important is that when loan is being given to an individual, then it is important that the individual is working in the non-agriculture sector. So loan is to be disbursed only for non-agricultural activities and not for agriculture. Next, what is important here is the implementation of the Mudra Yojana. This is what is going to be done by an agency which has been created, which is Mudra, which is the Micro Unit Development and Refinance Agency. Now you should know that this loan is what is going to be given by Mudra to the banks, to the NBFCs and to the MFIs, and not directly under Mudra. Though this agency Mudra is also what is known as the Mudra Bank, but it is not an actual bank. Next, what is important is that this Mudra, that is the agency, is also going to be the regulator for microfinance in India. Also, what you should know is the category of loans. Now, there are three categories. One is the loan Shishu, which is going to give a loan up to rupees 50,000. Then there is Kishore category, which is going to give a loan from 50,000 to 5 lakh rupees. And the third category is the Tarun, which is going to give loan from 5 lakh to 10 lakh. So, what is important here is the highest limit of this loan, which is 10 lakh rupees. Also, what you should know that there will be a debit card that is going to be given, and this is going to be the Mudra debit card and not the RuPay debit card. That is one question which I had read in a state services exam, that the card is going to be Mudra debit card, and this debit card is what can be used in the ATMs to withdraw money. So that is all about the Prime Minister Mudra Yojana, important scheme. Please try and remember these important points. Next, what you should know about is the Stand Up India scheme. This is again an ambitious scheme of the government of India. It was announced by the Prime Minister himself, so it is an important scheme. Now, this is a scheme for promoting entrepreneurship amongst the SCs, STs and women. So this scheme has a target group, whereas Mudra Yojana had no such specific target group. Next, what is important is that composite loan by banks of rupees 10 lakh to 1 crore is what is going to be given for setting up new enterprise in non-farm sector. So it has a commonality of vis-a-vis non-farm sector, but what is important is that this is bigger than the Mudra Yojana because this starts from 10 lakh, whereas that is limited till 10 lakh and it goes up to 1 crore. So this is the limit of the stand-up scheme. Also, what you should know is that the loans are what are eligible for refinance as well as credit guarantee cover, which is going to be given by the government. So this is what is important vis-a-vis the stand-up scheme. Both Mudra and stand-up schemes are for self-employment and entrepreneurship. So as a collective, you should remember these schemes. It will help you remember them better. Next, what is important is the concept of the National Register of Citizens. This is something that is a part of current affairs in the year 2018. A lot of debate is what went on this particular issue. So this is what becomes important for PT also. First and foremost, you should know that the final draft is what was published by Assam in the month of July 2018, and that is why NRC was something that is important. Now, some background is what you should know here. Now, Assam has always had a problem of immigration. As a story, if you'll remember it, you'll remember it better. So what happened in Assam was during the British time only, a lot of immigrants from Bihar and Chota Nagpur Plateau and all these regions were brought into Assam to work as laborers. Later, these people settled in Assam. Then after that, what happened is that also some migrant Muslim farmers had come from Bengal to settle in Assam. So as a result of which, what kept happening is that a lot of immigrants started moving into Assam, and as a result of which, slowly and steadily, this matter became a political one and objections started being raised in Assam. This happened primarily in the aftermath of the Bangladesh war, the Indo-Pak war, where Bangladesh was what was created in the year 1971. Because in the aftermath of 1971, there was a huge amount of illegal immigration into Assam. So this matter was what was finally reached to a level of agitation in the year 1979, when an agitation was what was done by the All Assam Students Union for the deportation of these illegal immigrants. And as a result of which, an Assam Accord was what was signed in the year 1985. And it was decided as per this accord that the Citizenship Act of 1955 is what is going to be amended. Some amendments were rather done also, that all Indian origin people who came from Bangladesh before 1966 were to be deemed as the citizens of India, and those who came to India between 1966 and 1971 were also eligible for citizenship if they could prove that they had stayed in India for 10 years. But those who came after 1971 were to be deported back to their country. So this was what was decided. And as a result of which, finally the people in Assam had continuously been asking for implementing the norms of this particular accord or implementing the 1955 Citizenship Act. But this is what has not happened. So what is important here is that you should note that this accord is what has been updated, or this register is what has been updated under the Citizenship Act of 1955. A question can come from this area. Also, the citizenship rules of 2003 are what are included here. Next, something that you should know is that Assam is the only state with such kind of a document, that is a National Register of Citizens. No other state in India has this kind of a document, so this can be another piece of question. Now, there are some issues with regards to the NRC. The first issue is that this is what is going to lead to exclusion of a large number of people. Also, it is difficult for people to produce records which are dating back to our years 1966 for that matter. So this is a very long-term period and people are finding it difficult to produce their records. Also, there's a lot of harassment that people are facing. Also, there are a lot of peace and security issues that are being developed in Assam. This matter is a political one. So this is something that is what is other emerging issues vis-a-vis NRC. These issues are what become important from mains perspective and you will not require them for prelims. But in prelims, you should know something of called as D voters. Now these D voters actually refer to doubtful voters or the disenfranchised voters. These are a group of people in Assam to the tune of approximately 40 lakh people, and these people have been their voting rights have been taken away from them just because they have not been able to prove that they are the citizens of India. So this is one group which is known as the D voters, and this can be a question. So that is what you need to know vis-a-vis the NRC. Some historical aspects, something about the Assam Accord which was signed in the year 1985. Also, you should know about this particular act which is important. Assam is the only state is what is important. So these are some facts which can generate a question in PT. So that's about the NRC, and that's all for our discussion also. But before we end, please take a look at our batches. We are starting with an IAS regular batch from the 15th of April and we are starting with an IAS prelims revision batch from the 20th of April. So all those of you who are interested, please check out our details and do get in touch with us. So that's all for today. I thank you all for watching the video.